How to make an impact as a boutique or brand. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how you can actually start to create content that's going to allow you to be seen. And what I mean by that is actually become more visible here on this platform or on TikTok or wherever it is that you are selling your physical product. So I'm really excited to dive in today and just really discuss one of the most asked questions that I have. Hello, everybody that's joining us. Welcome. Simply Peach Boutique, Alice, Bougie Bluebirds, Carrie Salon. Carrie Salon, you got some cute new arrivals coming, so I'm really excited for those. I stalk all of you, by the way. Like, I am so obsessed with watching you all and watching you grow and seeing you all implement strategies and all the things. So you're all doing a really great job. I know that, like, mission number one, I'm putting my drink down. It's water, by the way. My mission number one is to just kind of get the education out there to help our industry grow as a whole. Like, I really feel like in my heart of hearts that my next phase of my life is to help the next wave of women who are getting into this industry step into their own $1 million eras, because that's something that I've been able to accomplish. And I've been in the business for 10 years. I've built multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses. I still am fully entrenched in this, still have all my businesses, still working on all that every single day. But now I have this whole new avenue that I've dived into, which is teaching you how to do the same thing. And it has been so freaking fulfilling. Like, it's something I've always wanted to do. And like last summer, I was like, okay, we're going for it. We're diving in. We're going to do this. And it's been so exciting to just watch you guys take the strategies, implement them, and then start to grow. So, hey, Shannon. Okay. So Shannon over here, so TikTok was being cray cray. So we're doing Instagram instead. So I'm just going to talk more about what it takes to actually make an impact online and how important this is going to be for you to step into your $1 million era, because there's something that has to happen with you as a CEO and as a business owner. You have to really become a trendsetter. So we don't get to step into our $1 million era by being a follower or looking around and seeing what everybody else is doing or jumping around selling all kinds of random stuff or thinking like, okay, well, maybe I should like sell this cup because everybody else is selling that cup and it seems to be selling a lot. Like, those are ways that we end up in sheer burnout. And I don't want that from you. That's not how I created a sustainable business. That's not how I want you to run your business. And if that is something you're interested in, I am not your girl. Like, I'm the girl that's going to teach you how to run and build a business based on a solid freaking foundation that you can continually build more and more and more floors all the way. The sky's the limit to as much as you want to build. If you're like, well, I just want to learn how to go viral and like sell 100 Taylor Swift copyrighted sweatshirts, like, I'm not your girl for that. Like, I really want, if you are learning from me or in my world, to know that you are going to be set up to build a sustainable business that's actually going to bring in sales on the daily, because you're implementing strategies that you know are tried and true. They're rock solid. And it is something that I am so passionate about and I love talking about. And like, my friends in the industry are like, Allie, if you don't freaking do this, because like they're the types that like we see each other, let's say we're at Dallas Market Center and we'll run into each other in the hallway and they're like, Allie, my email marketing, it's sucking. Like, help me figure this out. And so I'll be like, oh, okay, let's get into it. And we'll like sit down and have like a whole conversation. And they've always been like, you really need to like teach this. And I thought, well, I'm so bogged down on time. How am I going to have a whole nother business? And I was like, you know what? This is like a calling for me. So I'm just going to jump in and do it. And I've been able to figure out how to not only continue to run my own businesses, but also start this one as well. And it's you guys that I'm so excited to show up and work with and like just get going every single day. So thank you for tuning in on TikTok. And this is a dream of mine to help you. So literally we're like helping each other here. So, oh, good. Branded Iron just joined the trend. Okay. Hey, Sarah, we're over here. Sarah, that like TikTok was being crazy. So I'm like, we're just going to Instagram. So, Yes. Okay, so yeah, feel free to drop a couple questions. I'll try to do a little bit here, but what Sarah was saying, what I was talking about over on TikTok is I have a new membership that I'm launching that I am like freaking obsessed with. I'm like, if I would have had this when I was starting 10 years ago, I literally would have gotten ahead so much faster, but that just was not the era back then. Like I told a story on TikTok earlier how I had to buy a marketing course and literally like go through it. I couldn't just go to TikTok. It didn't exist. Instagram was like a little baby nothing. We were on Facebook pages like selling our stuff, which was the wild west of selling on social media. Like it was, you could sell a lot back then too, because that was brand new. But there was nowhere to go to get real education, because I was like, what happens when Facebook pages eventually are going to be monetized by Facebook, and all of a sudden we're going to have to pay to play? Because remember, back then, like there wasn't even Facebook ads. So literally we were just on there using like this brand new free way to reach all these people. But I knew that one day Facebook was going to say, if you want to use our platform to sell stuff, you're going to have to buy ads. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So I was like, I have to figure out a system here where I'm going to be able to continue to build and build and build, even when social media gives us the big middle finger and it's like, nope, you're not going to be able to use the platform the way that you think. So now we've got a strategy that's set up that actually helps us use social media to our advantage, where I've created a content strategy that I know works. It's what I use in my business every day. This morning we had over $500 in sales before 9 a.m. Like I was like, oh, okay, having a good day already. And it's because all the content and the email marketing that I already have planned and scheduled to go out is just continually bringing in sales every day. And this is my whole goal and my whole mission to teach you inside the Trendsetter membership, is how to actually create a system that is like a framework where it runs smoothly no matter what you're doing. Like I had stuff to do all day today, but I had all my systems in place, so I was able to get everything done. And that's also why I'm able to start this business, helping you all do the same. So yeah, so making an impact online is going to be huge for the success of your business. It's why I'm calling the membership Trendsetter, because you have to literally be, feel, embody, become a trendsetter for your customers. That's the like vibe you need to be in order to step into your $1 million era. And that's exactly what we're going to focus on in Trendsetter. It comes with a lot of things, and really specifically 4 main things that I focus on teaching you, which I, looking back and like, this is exactly what's helped me accomplish this. So number 1, we're going to focus on your content strategy. And that's what we're doing in May inside the membership. We're going to focus on the Trendsetter content strategy. I have a training on this with homework where you will specifically learn my method on how to actually create content that's going to attract the right customer and then get them to your website to buy from you, because there's a whole bunch of steps that we have to do to get them from stranger on the internet to actually going to your website to purchase. So that's what we're going to learn in May inside the Trendsetter membership. I'll also give you like weekly content prompts, so you can actually have prompts to like just fill in the blank for your specific boutique or brand. So it's going to make things really easy on you. And that's my whole goal is, it's simple, but you're still going to have to work. So don't think that, you're just going to pop in there and I'm going to do all the work for you. You're going to have to learn what it takes and do the work yourself, but this is how you're going to grow an actual $1 million brand. So I'm really excited. If you are interested in joining that, just go to my link in my bio, or you can check out my Instagram stories. The link is right there. It's going to pop you into the lobby, and the lobby is like the official waiting room before the doors actually open for the Trendsetter membership on May 1. If you're in the lobby, you can get in a little bit early, and then, I'm going to be unlocking some really cool bonuses that you'll get when you join the membership in that first week. So I'm really excited. So let's talk about a little bit of questions here, I don't know why I said it like that. Let me have a sip of water and read these. Look how cute this is. It says, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And you can't tell. I don't know why you can't tell, but this is like yellow lemons here. I don't know. You can't tell how cute it is. But anyways. Okay. So let's see here. So BBS2 Boutique has a question about drop shipping. So you can ask me your question about drop shipping. I'm not necessarily 100% your girl from that. I've done it in the past. like not how drop shipping is now, where it's like a totally different thing, but like it's probably 8 years ago or so, we did dabble in drop shipping, but it was a totally different concept. So I can tell you a little bit about pros and cons and all the things that I know from being in the industry, but there are a lot of people that teach you how to do drop shipping. Shoot, I'm freezing. Dang. You guys, my internet tonight is just not the vibes. I'm sorry. But you know what we can do, since my internet's being crazy? Just go ahead and join the lobby, and I have a Q&A thread open right now. You can drop your questions in the Q&A thread. I'm trying to see if like my internet will pop back up. Am I still freezing? Let me know. It's such a bummer. I don't know how to get better internet out here. So these are some really good questions. So, Sarah, jump in the Q&A. I feel like we're trying here, Sarah. We're like not getting it done. Jump in the Q&A and in the lobby, and then ask me there. Oh, okay. I only froze once or twice for you. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to try to answer your questions then. Let me see here. Okay, so you work 9 to 5, have a mobile boutique. You struggle with my post taking off, selling on socials, do good at shows, events. Yeah. So, Sarah, this is so common, and I have students right now that I work with that are in your same shoes. 9 to 5, working on the boutique on the weekend, doing shows, pop-ups, all the things. Here's the deal. This is the cold, hard truth, and we could talk more about this inside Trendsetter. But just to give you a quick answer on that, the cold, hard truth is it is a heck of a lot easier to sell in person than it is to sell online. Way easier. So a lot of times my students will be like, I can kill it in person. Like I can set up a pop-up shop. I can do thousands of dollars in sales in one day. Like I feel great. It's comfortable. But here's the deal about selling online. That makes it so much harder. It's not impossible. You just have to learn strategy, which is what I teach you. But this is what makes it feel harder to you when you're just like, oh, I just want to be seen. When you're selling online, you're trying to stop the scroll of someone who is literally here for mindless entertainment. So they're scrolling on social media because they're like, let me see what like cute dog videos are going to pop up, or this funny meme, or this like funny reel. Let me send that to my friend. Like they're not really on here to shop. So we have to be really strategic on how, as a boutique or a brand, we create content that's going to stop the scroll for them, because it takes a lot. It does. But once you figure out that strategy, you get way better at it, and it becomes easier and easier, and you don't just feel like you're always creating the same type of content and never getting anywhere with it. So one of the big things that I tell my students up front is that you have to have an ideal customer that you are speaking to online. Now, in person, you don't have to be as specific, because in person, it's a whole nother thing. But when you're selling online, it has to be one niche and one niche only, and you have to go all in on that niche and be like, this is my girl that I am helping when it comes to selling online. So I do have a way that I teach my students how to do all of that. But it's really just about getting specific on who your ideal customer is, and then creating content that is exactly for that person, because that's the only way you're going to capture anyone's attention here. Otherwise, when you make generic content like try-ons or new arrivals, and I haven't looked at your content, so I don't know, but 99% of boutiques and brands are doing this type of content. So most likely this is the issue, is it's just too generic, too vanilla, too cookie cutter. It's not specific. So nobody's going to stop the scroll because it's not strong enough to actually capture the person's attention, where they're going to be like, ooh, let me stop and see what this person's about. So that's kind of like the gist on that. Okay. So let's see. Okay, can we talk about pricing? I feel like my customers only buy if it's on sale or marked down. You guys are literally speaking my language. I think I talked about this, I'm trying to think if it was yesterday or the day before in my Instagram stories, where I was like, you do not have to mark down or discount your items or put your items on sale in order to move them online. And BBS2 Boutique, I literally get this all the time. So these questions are so common, you guys. So I don't want you to feel like you're alone, or like this is just you, or your inventory is not cute enough, or you're like somehow missing the mark when it comes to like who you are as a person. Like, I know we get like so judgy about ourselves, so I don't want you to go there. I just want you to know this is literally common problems that we can fix and that we will fix here in the Retail Success Club, and specifically in the Trendsetter membership. So one thing again that this goes back to is just creating content. And I always say this, your content has to be great. It has to be great to sell online. It doesn't have to be like edited, like I'm not talking about like equipment and like editing, and like you don't have to be like an Oscar winning director, but your content has to be great for your ideal customer. And you have to get really, really good at that, and then just repeat that process over and over. You should never feel like you have to mark down prices or discount prices in order for it to move. Once you're speaking to and you're connecting with your ideal customer, they're going to be so obsessed with everything you have, they will not freaking care, because they're like, yes, she's speaking exactly to me. That is exactly what I need. Like, thank God I found her. Like, these are the kinds of thoughts that I want your customers having. And that comes with getting specific on who your ideal customer is, and then getting great at your content, both of which we work on inside Trendsetter. So it's really exciting. You guys, I know it's frustrating. I'm telling you, I get it. That's like my whole thing, is to teach you all how to actually do this so you're not frustrated. There's no reason that we should be stuck. We just have to learn the strategy. So we're going to do it. That's my whole focus. I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. But yeah, don't worry about your pricing. Just focus on those two things, getting your ideal customer figured out, and start creating great content for them. So if you want, you guys, please join me inside the lobby. It's a free space. You can go in there. There's so much free training in what I'm calling happy hour, which is every single day I'm popping in there with like a mini podcast, mini training, all kinds of stuff. So join that. The link is in my bio. Get in the lobby. Start like diving in. There's like a crap ton of women in there. There's like already almost 50 women in there. So there's really a lot of great women that are in your shoes that are all going through the same thing. And that is my whole mission, is to build a home base where you are like, anytime you get stuck or anytime you need support, you can hop in here, ask the community, and get it figured out, and not just feel like you're out here on your own, on your lonesome, trying to figure it all out on your own. There's no reason for that anymore, especially when we have social media. We can connect like this. Let's all level up. Let's all step into our $1 million era. It's time. The boutique industry needs to rise up, and just become the next level of yourselves. And that is my whole goal inside. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you inside the lobby. Once you get in there, please introduce yourself, say hello. I want to see you in there. And we are about to just blow it up. So I'm so excited for you guys. Great to meet you. And I'll see you inside. Okay, thank you.